Hello and welcome to this video brought to you by www.learningarabicwithangela.com. 100% free Arabic learning resources for everyone. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Find me on Facebook, just search for Learning Arabic with Angela to get daily Arabic learning tips and resources in your Facebook feed. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you. Marhaban. Hello. In this short video, I will show you how to look up words in an Arabic dictionary, which is an essential skill for any Arabic language learner. There are mainly two ways of looking up words in an Arabic dictionary, and that could be through a paper dictionary or through an electronic or online dictionary. Let's start first with the paper dictionary. Step number 1 to look up words in a paper dictionary is stripping the word, that is taking out any additions to the root. I will explain more. Most words in Arabic are derived from a root. Typically, lexical roots are made up of 3 letters. A word is created by applying vowels, prefixes, suffixes, and even infixes. These additions help create new words based on certain predictable templates. The template system allows certain letters to attach to the root to make the new words. These letters are gathered in one word, and that is سألتمونيها. The sin, Alif, Lam, Ta, Mim, Waow, Noun, Ya, Ha, Alif. For example, if you look at the following words, you can see in red the additional letters. The root كاتبة is the common root between all these words. يكتبون, they write. تكتبين, you write. اكتب, write in the imperative form. مكتوب, a letter. كاتب, a writer. مكتبة, a library. Following up on step number 1, which is stripping the word from any additional letters, if this word is a verb, you have to render it in the past tense, that is, third person masculine. For example, يكتب, he writes, has to be rendered in the past tense, third person masculine, and that is كتب, he wrote. So to look up يكتبون, for example, which is they write, you have to render it to كتب, he wrote. Or اكتب, which means write, it has to be rendered to كتب as well. Or تكتبين, which means you write, for the feminine, it has to be rendered to كتب, he wrote. For verbs with doubled letters or shaddah, you have to remove the additional letters, which we've mentioned are in the word سألتمونيها, as well as the doubled letter. For example, تدرب, which means he trained or he practiced. We have to remove the ta at the beginning, as well as the doubled ra letter. If you notice, it's درب in the past, and it's da, ra, ba. So we have 2 ra's in there. So we have to remove one of them to get the root, which is da, ra, ba. And here's another example with the verb حل, to solve. Notice that حل, when we undo the doubling of the lam letter, it's made up of 3 letters. Ha, l, la. Hence, we have to undo this doubling before we look it up in the dictionary. So the root would be the ha, lam, and lam. For verbs with alif in the root, you must get the present tense first instead of the past tense. And that is to determine the origin of the alif, whether it's a waw or a ya. For example, قال, he said, or verb to say, you have to render it in the present tense. يقول. So the alif here is a waw originally, and it's from the root qa, wa, la. باع, which is verb to sell, you have to render it to the present tense. يبيع. So the alif is originally a ya, and the root is ba, ya, a. And if the word is a noun, you have to render it in the root form as well. For example, كاتب, writer, becomes كاتبة. مكتوب, letter, becomes كاتبة. And مكتبة, library, becomes كاتبة. Notice how all the additional letters were removed. Also, if the noun is in the dual, plural or feminine form, it has to be rendered to the singular masculine and then to the three-letter root. كاتبة, a writer, for the feminine, it has to be rendered to كاتب, writer, for the masculine, and then كتبة. كاتبان, two writers, masculine, has to be rendered to كاتب, a writer, and then to the root form كتبة. And after completing step number 1, which is stripping the word of any additions, we get to step number 2, which is the easiest part. And just like any other dictionary, you have to use alphabetical order to navigate. So for كتبة, you have to look under the letter kaf, or the section of the letter kaf. And then you find the next letter, which is the ta, and then the ba. However, notice that some Arabic dictionaries are based on the last letter of the root instead of the first. So that would be the ba, and then the kaf, and then the ta. And over here, I've got a visual example of where كتبة would be on the page in an Arabic dictionary, and it would be just after the word al-kat'a, because the alif in al-kat'a comes before the letter ba alphabetically speaking. So al-kat'a comes before kataba. And if we look at the information over here, كتب الكتابة, he wrote the book. And then you've got the gerunds or the verbal nouns, كاتبان وكتابا وكتابة. So all the gerunds for the verb كتب. And then you've got a synonym for كتب الكتاب, خطه, he wrote it. And then you've got the active participle, فهو كاتب, so كاتب. And then you've got the plural forms, and you notice the letter جيم, which means الجمع, or the plural form, كتاب وكتب. And then you've got an example, ويقال, and it is said, كتب الكتاب, that means he got married Islamically. And then you've got other examples following. The same method that we've followed so far can also be used for the Hans Ware dictionary, which is an Arabic English dictionary. So you have to strip down the word to its root form, which is كتب, to look it up in the dictionary. And over here is a visual example of the Hans Ware dictionary, and where you would find the word كتب. Looking up a word electronically is very simple and straightforward. You don't even have to strip the word down. So for example, for verbs that come from the root كاتبة, apart from كاتبة, كاتبة or استكتب, all you have to do is type it in the search box and you will get the results instantly. Also, if you use the present tense form, for example, يكتب, you will still get in the results كتب. Or if you write كاتب or كاتبة, a writer in the masculine or the feminine form, you will get the results instantly. All you have to do is scan through the page to locate the word that you're looking for. And finally, I have a close-up here of what you would find in an electronic Arabic dictionary for the verb كتب. It tells you here كتب فعل, that is, it's a verb. And then it tells you all the possible ways that you can use the verb كتب, such as كتب on its own, or كتب إلى, to write to, كتب في, to write in, كتب لي, to write to. And it also gives you the present tense conjugation يكتب, and then it gives you the gerunds or the verbal nouns or the masdar as we call them, كتابة وكتابا وكتبا, and then it gives you the active participle, which is كاتب, فهو كاتب, and then the passive participle مكتوب, والمفعول مكتوب, and it tells you that it's a transitive verb للمتعدي. So متعدي means a transitive verb, that is, it takes up an object. I hope this short video was useful and interesting for you as an Arabic language learner. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to get notified of any new videos. Again, find me on Facebook. If you haven't already, just search for Learning Arabic with Angela. Visit the blog www.learningarabicwithangela.com to get free, unlimited downloads and resources in Arabic learning. Thank you, and until we meet again in the next video.